Hi everyone! Today we are going to discuss about the LGBT psychology. When we say LGBT psychology, basically it's all about gender or gender identities such as lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender. However, today we are talking about LGBT people being affected individually or how they are absorbed criticism and prejudices around our society. For the definition of terms, we have LGBT. LGBT means lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender. So first, we have LGBT. It's a generalized refers to this group. Within their culture, it is also acronym for lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender. On the other hand, lesbian and gays, these are individuals who are romantically, emotionally, and sexually attracted to the same sex or same gender. The next one is bisexual. Bisexual, these are individuals who are emotionally and sexually attracted to the multiple sex and gender. And the last one is transgender. This individual whose gender identity or expression is different from the typically associated with their assigned sex at birth. Labels are so important. It can be used to discriminate and oppress people. Means labeling someone would be able to identify people's gender in order for us distinguish their identities for them to be respected. However, some people, especially homophobics, are treating these persons badly or worse. This LGBT community is being discriminated and being oppressed, means they are being persecuted, bullying them, and mistreating them, which is alarming and dangerous for these LGBT people's emotional health. However, labels are also used to empower their claims or space in the society. Some other LGBTs is using their labels as an empowerment for them to have their voice heard and appreciated.
Good day everyone. Today I am going to discuss the views on LGBT in history. So in China, 600 BCE, they used the terms pleasures of beaten pitch and broke back. In ancient China, people used special phrases to describe same-sex relationships. Two examples are: number one, we have the pleasures of the beaten pitch. This phrase comes from a story about two men who love each other. One man ate a sweet peach and shared it with his lover. It became symbol of their love. The next we have the cut sleeve or broke back. This phrase comes from a story about an emperor who didn't want to wake up to describe love between men. These phrases show that the same-sex relationships existed in ancient China and people use special stories to talk about them. So next we have in Japan they have a shudo or nanshoku. In Japan, shudo and nanshoku refers to the same-sex relationships, especially between older men and younger men or boys. Shudo means the way of youth. It was practiced where older samurai would mentor and have romantic relationships with younger men. Nanshoku means male love or male erotism. It describes same-sex relationships between men, often in the samurai class or Buddhist monasteries. Next, we have the katwei. Katwei is used in Thailand to refer to ladyboys. In Thailand, katwei refers to the people who are born male but identify or present themselves as a female, often perform or express femininity. Next, we have in the Philippines, we have the Babaylan and the Catalonan, who were mostly women priests, but some are males who live in their lives as women. So, in the Babaylan and Catalonan were spiritual leaders. They helped people with rituals, healing, and spiritual matters. Some were women and some were men who acted and dressed like women. They respected for their knowledge and skills. When the Spanish came, they changed the way people practice their beliefs. So next we have the In ancient Greek, all males are expected to take on younger male. Male labor in practice called pederasty. In ancient Greece, pederasty meant a relationship between an older man and younger male, often involving mentorship and romance, but is not widely accepted today. So next, we have some societies like the indigenous Native Americans accepted and celebrated what they call two-spirited person in a dance to the berdache. In some Native American cultures, a two-spirited person is someone who has both masculine and feminine qualities. Next, we have however, later cultures see it as sin, following the Abrahamic religion, which branded it as sodomy, a crime against nature. Sodomy described it and saw it as a serious offense against their religious teachings and natural order. Homosexuality was classified as an illness in 19th century as a basis for them to legally prosecute homosexuals, imprison, and commit them to a mental institution. So that's all for my part.
And now let's talk about the ABCs of the LGBTQIA+. The ABCs of the LGBTQIA+ help us understand the diversity of people's gender identities and sexual orientations. Learning about them encourage respect, acceptance, and inclusion for everyone, no matter who they love or how they identity. By knowing these letters, we can create a world where everyone feels valued, supported, and safe. For you to have a better understanding about this letter, I will discuss their meaning. The L is for lesbian. A lesbian is a woman who feels romantic, emotional, and sexual attractions toward other women. These attractions is natural and simply part of who she is. Being a lesbian means that her feelings of love and affections are directed toward women, and this identity helps express who she is in terms of her emotions and relationship. G stands for gay. Usually refers to men who are emotionally and sexually attracted to men. It describes a man's natural feelings, love, connections, and affections toward another man. Being gay is one way to expressing a person's orientations, and it is a normal part of human diversity. Some women may also use the term gay, but is most commonly used for men. The B stands for bisexual. Bisexual means a person is someone who can feel attractions toward more than one gender, often both men and women. This not mean they are confused. It simply reflects that their feelings and attractions are not limited to one gender only. Bisexuality is about the ability to form emotional or romantic connections with different genders in a natural and honest way. T stands for transgender. Transgender refers to the people whose gender identity, how they deeply feel inside, does not match the sex they were assigned at birth. A person may be born physically male or female, but their inner identity may be different from that physical label. Being transgender is about identity, not physical appearance. Some transgender people may change their name, pronouns, clothing, or even undergo medical transitions, while others may not. All transgender identities are valid. Q stands for queer. Used by people who celebrate all gender identities, can also mean someone who do not want to be restricted as lesbian, gay, or bi. It is an inclusive and flexible term for people who feel that traditional labels like lesbian, gay, or bisexuals do not fully describe them. Some use it because it allows them to express their identity without strict categories. It can also use to represent openness, uniqueness, and belonging to the LGBTQIA+ community in the more general sense. Queer can refer to sexuality, gender identity, or both. The I stands for intersex. People who were born with sex genitals or chromosomes pattern that do not fit with the typical male or female body. Asexual people, often called ase, do not feel sexual attractions to anyone. However, this not mean they cannot form deep emotional, romantic, or loving relationships. Sexuality is a spectrum. Some asexual people may enjoy romance, while others prefer to strong friendships. Their lack of sexual attractions does not limit their ability to connect emotionally with others. The A also stands for asexually. Asexual are people who do not feel sexual attractions to anyone, but it does not mean. Let's also discuss the plus. The plus sign refers to all sexualities that do not fit in the LGBTQI. The plus sign in LGBTQIA+ represents all other identities and orientations that are not included in the main letters. It is also used to show that the community is diverse and includes more than just the listed identities. These include identities such as pansexual, demisexual, non-binary, genderqueer, and many more. The plus signs makes the term inclusive and welcoming to everyone. And that's all for our topic.